deploy 10,000 troops to the U.S.-Mexico border in exchange for a one-month delay on President Trump's threatened tariffs. This comes after countries such as Canada and China have threatened to put their own taxes on American exports. The president says the tariffs are meant to punish the countries for the flow of illegal drugs and migrants into the United States.
Welcome on into another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. Just giving you guys a quick update on what's going on. The only thing I ask for you guys to do is smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video, tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the beginning. This is not the end. Now, what we're talking about today is the tariff updates. I told y'all, I've been telling y'all for a while that Trump, right? I call him the deal maker. You're going to learn a thing or two from Trump. You're going to learn how to strike deals with your enemies as well as striking deals with your friends. And he's going to show you a lot because I look at it like this, right? The stock market, overvalued. Everything is overvalued, right? So when things come crashing down, the only thing you're going to blame is Trump. This economy is trash. Inflation rate is going to keep on skyrocketing. So who you going to blame? Trump. Trump said, you know what? Instead of blaming me, let's lean into it a little bit more and let's fix these things. Let's have these tariffs. Let's have these fake wars just for you to strike a deal. 80% of Mexican exports goes to the United States of America. So if Trump tax you 25% and go and run it all the way up every day, right? What do y'all think is really going to happen to Mexico? Mexico going to be named Exico or Exxon. Exico. There's no Mexico after that. Drop the M. Drop the MX. Drop the MX. It's just Eco or ICO. So I think Mexican did the right thing by sending those police officers, 10,000 of them, to the border so you can fix the migration problem. At least try to fix it, at least. Right? I know a lot of people were saying, hey, which they don't understand macroeconomics, right? I understand macroeconomics, microeconomics as well. There's no pain without gain. So if we want to gain and benefit the United States and make everything be made in America once, because that's the goal, right? Things need to be made here. You can't just have everything made elsewhere and wonder why we're stuck. Wonder why we don't produce not one thing in the United States. Why? That's a big problem. So the way I say it is the deal maker struck another deal. So I'm giving you an update on the deal. In the meantime, also hit the AirTech EMF Protector. I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat. But let's scroll through TikTok so we can find out what went on with these deals.
Meanwhile, in the
pause. And who's next? Canada? You can't afford to go to war with the United States. You just can't afford to do it. China, you got some leverage, but you still make millions of dollars off the United States every day. So, and your economy is definitely on a decline. Y'all don't have any kids to even replace the future. So, y'all might as well get with the program too.
Days following the tariffs, boos from different Canadian crowds covering up the United States national anthem. In the video you just saw, it happened at Saturday's NBA game in Toronto. A similar incident also happened at an NHL game in Ottawa. Also, scary moments for passengers on a flight headed for New York from Houston. The FAA says there was an issue with one of the...
That's another thing. All these flights and all these things, man, be very careful when you fly. I know these things normally happen, right? But it's going to be broadcast because just the other day we just had and God bless that family or those people that was on the aircraft, crashed in Philadelphia. 2 days before that, a day or two before that, we had a crash in D.C. in the Potomac River with the helicopter, which that to me was too funny. But we're gonna dive deep into that one. We're gonna dive deep into that one. Let's go to the next one.
Fox's alert, and the breaking news of the day is on tariffs. And we just have word that the Mexican president spoke to Donald Trump, and they are going to pause the tariffs on Mexico for 1 month. And Jackie Heinrich is standing by at the White House with more on this development. Hi, Jackie.
Good morning, Dana. Yeah, that was pretty short-lived. The president spoke with Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum, the two sides agreeing.
And this is the same thing with the market. People got to understand, right? All these sell-offs to me, it was time for the market to come crashing down anyway. Same thing with the real estate. The real estate market is going to crash down or have some type of reverse crash. It might crash up, right? Because there's going to be some pain first before some gains. And he said that clearly. He let you know that clearly. Like when you change things, there's going to be some pain. If we've been printing money for well over hundreds of years, right? You don't think that people are so used to it and so sedated by these things, the fact that he decides to do something different, you won't be affected by it? I'm talking about as a nation, as one, we all going to be affected by it some form of way. But change generally affects people. It affects things. It affects systems, the system that we're in. It's going to affect the fiat. The problem is the money. People don't understand it. The problem is the money principle. It don't matter if you have millions of dollars. They print money every day to devalue your millions of dollars. So we have to start with the root of the problem. The root of the problem is the fiat financial system. And that's getting rebuilt. That's why crypto is so important. Pay attention to what he invests in. Real estate. He can give the hell about the stocks because that's just paper assets. He invests in the crypto now. He got some gold and silver, so like some metals, copper, all those things. So you got to understand what Trump's investing in so you know what the future may be. That's all I'm saying. He spent $47 million on crypto. So if you're not into crypto and he's letting you know without letting you know, then I don't know what to tell you. Can we talk about it? The writing is on the wall. It's on the wall.
To pump the brakes on the tariffs and then retaliatory tariffs that Mexico promised for the period of a month while they work out the terms of an agreement. The Mexican president just posted some of the details. Mexico is going to immediately send 10,000 members of the National Guard to prevent drug trafficking from Mexico to the United States, particularly fentanyl. Also, she says the U.S. is going to work with Mexico to prevent the trafficking of high-powered weapons to Mexico, something that Mexico hit back at when President Trump was threatening these tariffs was they were calling on the U.S. to curb the flow of guns from the U.S. down to the cartels. Scheinbaum says the two teams are going to begin working today on two fronts, security and trade. And President Trump posted on Truth Social that part of that team is going to include Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, and Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick, as well as some representatives from Mexico.
And another thing I wanted to say, y'all have to use this change, right? And actually capitalize off of it. We are in America. We are supposed to be capitalists. If he's letting you know that he wants things made in America, from the iron, from the steel, to the copper, to the infrastructure and everything else, right? Those to me will be the industry that you need to invest in. It's just that simple. See, I see the writing is on the wall. He's letting you know where you need to park your money because obviously that's where the growth will be. Just saying, just saying, because I look at everything a bit optimistic, right? You got to look at problems, especially the ones that we're going to have, and figure out how to come up with a solution. Figure out how to let that problem benefit you. Move a couple pieces around. Do some option plays. Invest in the things that you know that tomorrow will need. Invest in the things that tomorrow may bring. And the way I see it is we need infrastructure, right? We need natural metals. We need gold. We need silver. We need copper. We need aluminum. We need these things in order to build out this infrastructure. We need factories in the USA. Companies are literally going to be incentivized to come to the USA. Even if you have setting up shop overseas, you're going to set up shop also in the USA, right? Right? Just to have things made in the USA. That's all I'm saying. So we have some work to do on our soil. Come up with a company. You get what I'm saying? These are things to me that actually make sense. A company that's made in the United States that benefits the United States and the problems that we have. If you read what's going on, all you got to do is type it in AI or Chat GPT or DeepSeek, whatever you want to do. And you're going to figure out, well, these are the problems that the United States face. So let me come up with some type of business, which is then a solution, right? to then gain capital to actually attempt to fix these problems and or to fix these problems. Regardless, it's worth doing, right? It's worth doing because things are coming back to the home front. And that's what we actually need at this moment. Focus on America right now. See, America's been focused on everything but America. You have the presidency and Trump, and you have Doge that's only focusing on America. With that, you can't go wrong. And they need your help because we all have to live here at the end of the day. So if you have an idea, if you have a resource, if you have some type of knowledge that will benefit everyone around you, then why not? Especially if it's made in America. You'll be incentivized to actually make things in America for the first time. Literally. Pay attention.
Go.
We have some major news. Mexico's president has just announced retaliatory tariffs against the United States in response to Trump's new tariffs. President Claudia Sheinbaum of Mexico put out this long statement on social media, and here's the translation, courtesy of Midas Touch. She wrote, quote, "We categorically reject the White House's slander against the..."
Let me play her video. This is for the people. This is for the people that no habla English. This is for the people that no habla inglés. Poquito español.
Siempre vamos a mantener el diálogo.
Claudia.
Es fundamental en la relación
entre
México y el gobierno de los Estados Unidos. Ya hay esta mesa de diálogo. Y tenemos plan A, plan B, plan C para lo que decida el gobierno de los Estados Unidos. Ahora es muy importante que sepa el pueblo de México que siempre vamos a defender la dignidad de nuestro pueblo, que siempre vamos a defender el respeto a nuestra soberanía.
Read the screen for
y un diálogo
translation.
como iguales, como siempre lo hemos mencionado, sin subordinación. Vamos a esperar, como siempre he dicho, con la cabeza fría. No estamos de acuerdo con el trato a personas migrantes como criminales. Y nosotros siempre vamos a buscar que prevalezca el derecho internacional y la protección a los derechos humanos.
So those for the Hispanic audience, we got to cater to all people. That's for the Hispanic audience. You never know who's watching, right? But basically she's saying that, hey, they struck a deal. It's going to be a delay. We understand plan B, plan C, all these retaliation methods, but how? I don't think those things will work out in your favor because, like I say, I'm a numbers guy, and it states that 80% of your export goes to the United States of America. So they could chop you by 80%. Now, it's things that we need from Mexico, like fruits and avocado and all these other little wonderful things, right? You have to make it work. Like it's just like the food chain, right? Everything is interconnected, right? It's just like the food chain. It's just like the supply chain. Everything is interconnected, right? One thing isn't made just in one place. It's made all over the world. So I think this was a good deal. But like I say, Trump is going to go. He's going to look a bit aggressive. Some people are going to say that he's a crazy person. He's lost his mind, XYZ. But in chaos, right? This is organized chaos to me. Organized chaos. Because he know what he's doing. He got a team of people. You got Doge, you got Elon in the White House right now, across the lawn in the White House. He ain't not even going nowhere. He said, order some beds. When he work on something, he literally works on something. Sleep for 1, 2, 3 hours, back to work. So they got the dream team to me. Let me know what you guys think. Just giving y'all an update. Let's watch a couple of more TikTok videos.
Mexico
to see what they have to say.
Breaking news. Mexico's president says tariffs will be paused briefly.
And we have breaking news coming out of Mexico. The president, Claudia Sheinbaum, is speaking right now, and she says the Trump administration has agreed to pause tariffs against their exports for a month from today. She says she had a good conversation with Donald Trump and reached several agreements, including reinforcing their border with 10,000 National Guard members to prevent drug trafficking.
Good start.
And we have breaking news coming out of Mexico. The president, Claudia Sheinbaum, is speaking right now. And
President Trump has officially met a deal with the president of Mexico over the tariffs. He says he will no longer implement the 25% tariff, assuming that she deploys 10,000 soldiers to a certain spot in the United States to help a problem that we all know has proliferated, especially over the course of the past few years. People wonder what the importance of tariffs are. This is a perfect example. It's The Art of the Deal, which was the name of one of Trump's books that clearly correlates with what's going on here. Trump himself.
I told you. The Deal Maker, The Art of the Deal. Go read that book. That's how I know what Trump meant, what type of mission he's on. It's simple. He's already written about these things, right? Tariff is not a thing that he first started, right? It's another president that used to do the same thing, got rid of everything else by tariffs. So it's a tactic. This man is smart, I'm telling you. And he has a team around him that's diabolical. Anything can get done.
Leverage this to benefit us. So while everyone's complaining and saying that the market's crashing because of tariffs, it's the uncertainty that was the problem.
That's true too, but also the market was due for correction. That's also what people don't want to admit to. We've been propped up for so long. Have you guys realized? Can we talk about it? Well, let's discuss. We have been propped up for so long that we actually need a quick reset. The stock market. Look at how the S&P 500 went up. Look how much. It's been propped up by them keep on printing money. So we are well overdue for correction in a lot of different markets in a lot of different areas. Trump is the one to say, you know what, put it all on me. I'll take the blame, but I'll also take the fame. I will also make sure that we have the right aim and we will make America great again. Can't complain. So if you want somebody to blame Trump. But know that the man is doing his job. That's all I'm saying.
But the solution is to find something that's equitable for everybody. And that's what Trump did. No financial advice here, but I would assume now that we're all on the same page, we're going to see the market go up after the catastrophic drop that was $2.3 billion yesterday. So we'll have to see what exactly happens.
And to me, those was market makers that dropped that. Market makers. Us really retailers not doing that. It's the market makers that's dropping these things, that's playing with people's emotions and want you to sell out your position. When crypto dropped yesterday, you know what I did? I bought some more. I've been through these cycles already. I already been through these feelings where sometimes I sold and I'm like, why did I even sell? Then I said, damn, I went for the okie doke. Now, when those things happen, I turn off my heart and I start using my brain. And my brain said, have you been through these things before? Yep. What did you do last time? Oh, I bought some more. Won't you just go read the Fear to Greed Index? Oh, what is it right now? Oh, it's at a 47. Oh, what did Warren Buffett say? Okay, I start adding everything up. Warren Buffett said that you're supposed to buy when it's fear, and sell when it's greed. So that's basically saying buy low and sell high. So I said, you know what? I'll be buying. Our DCA, dollar cost average. Do I think it's going to bounce back down? It has some room to bounce back down. This is even with the stock market too. Got some room to bounce back down. Will it bounce back down? Who knows? But keep some little dineros on the side just in case. Can be another news. What if Mexico said they doing this? What if Canada say we ain't budging? What if China said, you know what? We playing hardball. Let's go. All these things is to come. So to me, it's going to be a little bit more pain somewhere, but it's going to be more gain as well. Don't forget that part. Do not forget the pain and the gain part. Don't forget that part.
It looks like things are moving in the right direction. Kudos to him.
Indeed.
President Donald Trump campaigned on reducing the prices of groceries, but his new order imposing stiff tariffs on imports from Mexico, Canada, and China appear to go against that promise to voters.
U.S. trade part.
They always have something to say. ABC, CNN, all these little channels. Next, you guys are spinning the story, going with the negative. Y'all ain't never talk about, most of these news channels ain't even talk about the positive. Next.
Have you heard the response from Claudia Sheinbaum, Mexican's president, in regards to the tariffs that Trump has put on over the weekend? Because it's golden. Like it is what leadership should be. She basically says, you guys are responsible for this. It's your fault. And in the way she does it is just so freaking beautiful. She basically says our military grade are coming across the border and supplying the cartels so that the cartels have the power that they have. We are the largest distributor in the world, and we're the ones creating the problem. And then she also says the FDA and our Congress is to blame for the opioid epidemic because they're the ones that legalized the drug, allowed pharmaceutical companies.
Ma'am, you ain't get the update.
What's going on, Mother Truckers? Welcome to Mother Trucker News. Email us at mothertruckernews@gmail.com.
Okay, well, I wanted to show you guys that. You guys have a good day. I just wanted to give you a quick update. This video is not supposed to be too long. On that note, peace, blessings, and love. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the beginning. This is not the end. Another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show.